Kitten vaccinations, another really important topic. What you'll tend to find is a lot of kitten breeders will have some vaccinations on board when your kitten arrives, similar to the dogs. Typically, breeders are very different to what we find with shelter cats, and often a lot of people acquire pets from shelters or rescue groups and so forth. Typically, breeders have got high risk factors, they've got other viral diseases, so you might find those cats come with a different vaccination to the one you'd normally get. Similarly with a shelter, typically those cats have a slightly different vaccination protocol. However, you as the pet owner, basically there's 3 core ingredients we'd be looking at. So what we refer to as the core vaccinations for your cat. Basically they include feline panleukopenia, calicivirus and herpes virus. Panleukopenia is a bit like cat parvovirus, so it causes bloody diarrhea, tummy upset and death. However, the other 2 often cause severe ulcerations in the pet's mouth. They often cause watery eyes, corneal ulceration and so forth. So they're all quite serious diseases. High risk for cats would be cats going into shelters and so forth. Massively high risk of unvaccinated pets going in. So in those circumstances, making sure your kitten's appropriately vaccinated is really important. And they're the core vaccinations. Outside of these core vaccinations, there are feline AIDS virus, which is a bit like the human AIDS version. There's also feline leukemia virus and also chlamydia. And their vaccinations we tend to assess individual cats' risk, and not all cats would get those vaccinations. And it's something to have a chat to the team about. Typically with the kittens, they are vaccinated approximately every month from when you acquire them, typically up until when they've had 3 vaccinations. As your cat gets older, typically what we would tend to do is give them a booster vaccination. And again, we're priming their immune response. Typical reason which people forget because a cat tends to live in the backyard would be other cats coming in who are sick. If your pet happens to stray and ends up at the pound, or if you're happy to go into kennels or into a vet clinic situation, it just minimises that risk. What you'll find is the vaccination is not 100% effective for cats, but it massively reduces the risk. What you'll tend to find, the cats who get mild versions of cat flu might only get the watery eyes or the odd sneeze. The pets whose vaccination lapse or who get really sick often get mouth ulcerations, sore, sick and won't eat, which is really sad for the individuals and owners.